Someone did a whole Shrek analysis on what is wrong with it compared to the original. They literally broke down all the like editing shit that they did to it.
Nice. Yeah, look at him there. He doesn't even...
Bro, I didn't even notice too. They changed his nose.
They changed everything.
But like, I didn't even notice. Look at his nose,
they
right?
even changed his clothing. Did you notice that?
Yes. But look at his nose.
Yeah.
And then...
His teeth, too, are different.
I know.
Everything.
They like sloped his nose so much more. His nose is more like, it's more of like a buttony looking nose.
Yeah.
Well, it's a big nose, but like, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're talking about the elephant in the room, Shrek. That Shrek 5 teaser, or also known as what we like to call Shrek. Well, you like to call him Shriek.
I call it Shriek, because I just shriek when I look at it.
Shriek and Dookie.
Yeah,
is
Dookie.
what I like
Donkey
to call
is
it.
Dookie, because they both look awful.
Yeah, this is a common trend with the movie industry that everything, of course, I'm speaking not literally, but at the same time, kind of literally, everything in the film industry has just been going to shit because people are prioritizing money over art and passion. And, of course, there has to be a balance. It's obvious that, when you're into... when you have a job, money is a big priority, but at the same time, it's like with film, you got to have that balance. You got to have that balance of, putting your soul or your personality or your passion into your art, while also, balancing out those needs that you need for in terms of like financial gain. But it's just like everything now, it's just so corrupt. Just a bunch of people that like to sell their souls and like to sell themselves and their hearts for money, and a lot of beloved franchises have just been shit on lately. It's just a mess. What do you have to say, Carly?
Bro, I don't know. I just think... Well, I feel like especially with animation, it's so easy to ruin. Because, I think the teaser trailer just showed us how easy it is to ruin. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I could go through that list that guy posted on Twitter, but I don't get it. Like, I genuinely don't get it. So what if the old, like, rendering or the software or the animation is old? Who cares? That's not Shrek. Like, I just cannot. I don't know when the fourth one came out.
Yeah, I'll look it up. I got my laptop here.
Look up when the fourth one came up, because that had the same animation. It had the same everything. I don't really remember the fourth. I think I've only seen it a couple times.
Yeah, so Shrek 4 came out in 2010. It's been 15 years since then. And
that's like a long time, but it's really not, like, at the same time. Dang, 2010, really? Why did I think it came out, like, more recently than that?
Well, the thing is like, where... The thing that gets me mad is, like, people, they are, they'll make an excuse, like you were saying, where it's been 15 years from now, so the animation, it's supposed to look different, it's supposed to look better, it's supposed to blah, blah, blah. Well, honestly, that's a whole other topic. I don't think the animation looks better. I think it looks very plasticky, and it's just not Shrek. The whole point of the original animation for Shrek was that it stood out, and... there's a lot of people that say, oh, you want that uncanny garbage? Well, the whole point of Shrek was to be uncanny. It was supposed to mix, this weird-looking animation style with, a realistic approach to, because it was kind of making fun of, it was making fun of, like, classic Disney movies and classic cartoons and animations of, like, Pixar and things like that. And it's like, it's just so... It just gets me so enraged that all of the people that I've been seeing that are, like, totally fine with this new animation style and are, like, kind of, like, shitting on anyone who has a disagreement with it or has, like, a bad take on it, they just have been missing the point every single time. They're so, like, narrow-minded that they're not even willing to just be, like, to just admit that, hey, this is just another domino in the whole line of dominoes within the film industry that is just falling one after one. And the fact that you do not see that, hey, maybe you're a general audience member, that's cool. I'd love to explain to you why or how the film industry is just god awful. But don't try to gaslight me into like making it seem like, oh, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, when you don't even fucking, like, you don't even know your history of what's actually going on within the film industry. So it's like, those are the kind of people that just irk the hell out of me. You know, like that one video that we saw the other night that like I wanted to.
Oh yeah.
I immediately was like, we gotta talk about this because
I don't remember what. I think I follow them too. I don't remember what their channel's called.
I don't want to say what their channel is, but I used to like them and I used to follow them. And one of the reasons why I used to follow them was because they like talked, or they weren't. I don't like using the word shill because I feel like that gets a bad rap. But like they kind of went against the norm and would just be out like plain and truth spoken about a lot of things, especially the movie industry. And that was one of the reasons why I liked them. But then they came out and they just, everything they said, it was like it's like, have you even watched the Shrek movies? Do you even know what's going on right now with like how corrupt the industry is? Do you even know, like, you're not even listening to anyone's actual point. No. You're just like, you're putting your own anger in there that's like not even justified, and you're just spewing a bunch of bullshit that makes no sense, like talking about how it's like, oh well, it's supposed to be, or what was the thing, he
said, I won't forget it because it was a stupid ass comment. He says, well, like, everyone's saying it looks too cartoony, and then he says again, he's like, well, it's a cartoon. What the hell kind of mentality is that? Do we not have so hundreds of different kinds of animation films that are different with their animation? And I said to you the other day, I was like, okay, what if they took SpongeBob's animation and turned it into what this Shrek teaser looked like? It'd be fucking stupid. Everyone would hate it. Same thing with Toy Story. Toy Story is still going on, and I'm assuming, I know we haven't gotten a trailer for the fifth movie yet. I'm assuming and hoping that they're going to stay with the same animation. But even the fourth one came out only in 2019, I just looked up. And I know the animation might have been tweaked just a tad, but it didn't go, like, I feel like they only maybe, like, increased the quality, versus altering their faces and their features and just coloring and everything like that. They still look like their original characters. And I don't have a problem with that. As long as they look like their original characters, that is fine. And I think that's what's so special about animation, is because not everything looks the same. Like, there's so many different kinds of stuff that we could pinpoint out that is different, like Finding Nemo, Toy Story. I know I said the Croods the other day because I think the Shrek animation reminds me of the Croods almost. How to Train Your Dragon. Like, there's so many different types of looks for when it comes to animated stuff that makes them so unique and so different that, like, I just don't, why would you change it? Like, what are you trying to fit yourself into when so many of these other movies are different and they're sticking with their, you know, what their style? Like, I don't understand what are you trying to do? Attend for a younger audience? Like,
so it's like, like I said earlier, it's just about money. They don't care, and it's this formula. And I go to school for film, so before, like, it angers me too when people are like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I absolutely do know what I'm talking about. I took multiple classes on things like, I took actually a couple classes on animation, so I know how specific it is to animate and how to 3D model, and how the littlest of a mathematical change in the structure of like a face, for example, can change the personality of a character like super easily, which is why people are outraged. And a lot of people that, you know, don't go to school and they don't see that, they still notice it, and they're wondering why this new style of this new animation looks weird. It's because it's thing with a lot of like CGI and deepfakes is, you know, a lot of people notice the differences that, hey, this looks fake, or hey, this doesn't look like you know, Luke Skywalker's face or whatever. It's because the human face is so like intricately woven like into a specific way with all our expressions and all these things. Yeah, there's a lot of expressions in this trailer, but it's not Shrek. Like, if you compare the two, first off, like, you could point out the obvious things. Like, number one, his face looks like someone smushed it with their hands.
It's not even the same. It's not even the same anything.
You know, it's not the same smile. It's not the same nose. It's not the same eyes. It's not the same eyebrows. It's not the same, like, anything. Like,
no. His color's not the same.
And you could even say, like, donkey, even, like, I know we were watching Queso and he was like, Donkey looks worse.
Yeah, that's what this guy said too. Donkey almost has more of a
really,
change.
really bad. And like same thing with Donkey. Donkey's face even like parts of him look kind of smushed. If you compare like his old model.
Well, everything's just more exaggerated.
Yeah, it's more exaggerated
make it more cartoony. Like,
and I disagree with some people saying that that it being over expressive is a good thing.
No,
that is entirely because if our faces were expressive like that,
people are acting like
my mind just like freezes
listen,
because some people are just so stupid
people are acting like animation has the same style for animation. Are we like forgetting how many, like I just said, how many different kinds of animated stuff there is out there?
Yeah.
Like even like, oh my god, it's just so infuriating. Like, why would you want to change your style and make it ugly as hell? Like, I don't get it. Like, it doesn't even feel like Shrek, and I think the uniqueness of how the animation looked is what makes Shrek so good, is because of, I don't even know how to explain like what it looks like, but it looks more realistic than this new trailer.
Well, that's the thing is like some people were saying that it like the original Shrek looked uncanny, which yes
people
and
are
no.
saying the new one looks uncanny. I've seen
the new one looks uncanny.
Yeah.
But like I understood where some people were coming from. Where like the original one, it almost had some kind of like realism to it, which is why She-Hulk looks so weird. Mm-hmm. It's because She-Hulk, the same animation for She-Hulk was like the similar animation that was in Shrek. Like She-Hulk,
really?
well, just from like the eye, you know, I can't like prove that.
Wait,
but
the
I
fifth one or the
no, like the original one. Like if you compare Fiona, like her face to like Shrek, or even to Shrek to She-Hulk, just like similar facial features, and even like the shadows and the I'm trying to think of like the right words. The like beveling of the face, it just looks similar, right? Whereas this new one, this is like this almost feels like something you would get on a like CD of like not a deleted scene, but like a holiday special of Shrek. I don't even want to disrespect it even with that either.
It's giving PBS
like
Kids. It's
like
giving
yeah,
old
like
PBS
some kind of
early 2000s child show. Like it.
This looks like an outtake for Shrek. Like this looks like oh hey, this is what the animation was almost like.
Yeah.
But no, we did it this other way that just looks more.
Oh my god.
Like Shrek, like more personality driven. This Shrek. I'm sorry, and I know it was only like what 27 seconds, but this Shrek lacks personality. He just looks like every other animated character.
I agree.
And people who can't see that, hey, I'm sorry, but you know you need to go watch more animated movies.
Anyone who says they cannot tell a difference between the two, go to an eye doctor, because there's no way. Like they're definitely lying to themselves. But not only that, I know we just saw those characters. We haven't even seen what like the human people look like. I don't know what the plot of this fifth one's gonna be about. I don't really know if they said anything. We haven't even seen what like the real life people look like. Like that's really gonna put it, I feel, into perspective too, because like I feel like they look realistic in the other movies. Like I don't know, like I genuinely don't even, I can't even think of like what the animation like what it looks like. It's just more realistic. Like this just looks cartoony. It's giving the Croods. It's giving, I don't even know.
I don't even think a video game would stoop to this level, like in misrepresenting the amount of it.
It's one thing to change the animation, but it's a whole other thing to just alter their facial features.
Yeah,
that's
the thing is, it's people are acting like, oh, it's because it's like 15 years later and it's an upgrade.
So what?
No, because go back to Shrek. Okay, so if you compare Shrek 1 and Shrek 4, yeah, it's a 9-year difference. It doesn't matter. People need to understand the point that I'm making and stop being a moron. So it still looks exactly it. But the thing is the animation looks better and it looks more clean, but everyone still has the same personality in the same soul, or the same like, you know, what makes them, like their facial features and all of that other stuff. It's still the same character. These are totally different characters, and it's representative of that through literally everything, through the shape of the nose, the eyes, the eyebrows, the face, the ears, the teeth, the way that their expressions are, they're just over expressed. The original Shrek was way more comparative to real life, which is another reason why people loved it. And a single fuck you to those guys in that video that were like, "Oh, it's a cartoon, get over it." I think they even said something like
So
"What are
dumb.
we, kids?"
That's so
The whole
dumb.
point of Shrek was to cater towards adults.
I know.
It was to make fun
I
of
know.
Pixar and to make fun
I
of
know.
that kind of, which is all good. Nothing against like, classic Pixar movies or classic like, princess movies or Disney movies. A good old fuck you to Disney now. But like with everything before, it was just making fun of it, and it was having a good old time with a lot of like dirty like adult jokes that are actually really funny. And Shrek holds up still till this day. And it's like the fact that they just, again, it's like they saw this IP and they're like, oh, hey, another thing that we can ruin, so let's change it up this other way. As I was explaining to Carly, I was saying that this whole like animation thing, a lot of different companies use this like similar formula. You'll notice it within a lot of other animations, whether it's Pixar or DreamWorks or other kinds of animation companies. They use this very similar formula that is it's easy, and it's it basically quantity over quality kind of a thing, and it makes it easier for them to produce and to get on the same page, with their animators and editors, so that they can just put out what they can. Well, the problem with that though is, other than the obvious reasons, is that it's just you're not being original in the process of doing that. And why people love Shrek was that he was an original character that you just knew his personality just from looking at him for one frame on the screen. This new Shrek just looks like a typical like this. I just watched an AI video do it better than this, and this even looks AI. Like this just lacks a soul, and that's what basically is the overall like common theme in the film industry today. Is everything just lacks soul. It's like it's just all about money now. It's not about hey, let's make this piece of art that people can, look forward to or look up to or learn lessons from, or just to, mesmerize themselves into and to just appreciate. No, it's all about, hey, let's just get this piece of, crap out, and let's just get as much as we can out of these general audience members that are just trying to go in for, because like they had the night off and they're like, hey, let's just go in. But that's the issue with that, is nothing becomes memorable and you don't take anything away from from that. And of course, not every movie or show or game, whatever, has to be like that. But this is a pattern now where it's become like 90% of the film industry, whereas before it was maybe like, 30%. It is just, it's disgusting that this is happening, and it's disgusting that people aren't realizing it. And I think part of the reason is I'm kind of going on a rant here, because this is part of the reason why like I want to talk about more real shit like this. But part of the reason, I think, is because people have gotten so used to slop within the past at least 10 years that people are getting used to eating and consuming the slop for thinking that it is good, right? Because we are not used to having good stuff anymore, and I think a lot of it too is this brain rot that we got, and this like attention span, issue. But I think for the majority of the audience, they recognize, hey, this isn't good, but they don't really, I don't know if it's because people are afraid to, step up and say that, or if it's just because, and I think it's both. I think it's a mixture of that, and because people are just kind of, used to it, and they're like, well, this is what the film industry is, so might as well accept it. No, man, like you gotta voice your side, voice your opinion, say fuck this, fuck them. This is not how this is supposed to go. I look forward to this. I remember when, like, we just don't have anything original nowadays. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like what is the last original?
No idea.
Really anything that came out within the past like 5 years. I can't even think of
Wait,
anything.
like animated or
like
any
what? Yeah, like
movie?
what's like the most recent like original piece of like
Well, I know.
like film or something, or like like we've had good movies right here and there, but like
Well, some of
something
them I
original
haven't
like Shrek,
seen.
where it's like, oh yes, this could be a franchise, or this could be a whole,
Oh, I don't know.
yeah, like you can't even
I feel like I don't really watch. Like, I don't know, dude. I think it's just with a bunch of stuff too. Like, even you can even just compare it to like anything. Everything was just so better. I feel like when we were kids, like even aside from movies, but like TV shows and everything, like not even just animation stuff, but like Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, like we had the best era of like those shows.
We had like the last era before stuff really started to fully get consumed
and
with
then
corruptness.
they just
And I want to, and I don't mean to interrupt you. I really want to hear you out, but I just want to say, because I know there's going to be some people that will say, yeah, but everyone says it. Every adult says that. Oh, we had it the best. No, but we can prove to you
We
objectively that it has been, it has
did.
gone to shit.
Yeah.
This isn't about, oh, like, boomer mindset where it's like, oh, my stuff is the best and yours isn't. No, there is like objective factual evidence that a lot of the film industry is they're just quantity over quality, and they're taking advantage of people accepting that and people not having an outcry. Now I will say, and I'll let you continue, I'm gonna say this really quick, I will say that like in one of my film classes, we are talking about how there is a like depression in the film industry today. So like it is recognized, especially like in the theater business. So it is recognized amongst a lot of like the film industry, but it's just like I feel like people aren't focusing their attention on what the actual issue is. But yeah, go ahead, Carly.
I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, with like Nickelodeon and Disney Channel, like. Well, also, first I want to go back to the Shrek thing, because we didn't even talk about the plot of the movie when it's literally about pop culture and the
It's like fourth
chef.
wall breaking.
Yeah, I literally, because we have a group chat with our friends and we were just talking about it, and I was like, does this mean that Shrek is like canon now? Because that clip of him twerking, I remember when that was like a meme. Like I think I even joked around and used that on it was on Snapchat.
Yeah.
I remember using that on Snapchat one time. Or was it TikTok? Whatever. It was one of the two.
Yeah.
Like, that makes it canon. And I don't remember exactly from that certain clip if they didn't animate it either. Because, like, you can tell someone was recording, like, outside of their house, I think. So, now they're diving into the real world of, like, our world. Like,
right.
like because how, like, they should have animated it if they wanted it to be included in Shrek's world. But no, they're not. So, that's what I don't understand. If this means that it's canon now, because in what other... First of all, I don't know. I know this is a fake world that Shrek takes place in. A fairy tale world. But according from the fourth one, his kids were still babies. So this has to take place... I'm going to guess like 15 years later, because I'm going to guess that girl is like 14, 15, 16 years old. Their daughter. So... they're still stuck in this fairy tale, like, long time ago type era. Why the hell are we dealing with pop culture stuff that's happening in 2023, 24, 25? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. So what is this crossover? What are they trying to do? Because I think it's just stupid. Why are we incorporating pop culture into Shrek? That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. They're trying to attend to their younger audience, as they want to call it, because all these kids now are on their phones, they're on their laptops, they're on Snapchat, all this stuff on TikTok, and they're going to see, oh my god, I used that twerking Shrek filter. Now that's in the Shrek 5, so I'm going to go see it and see what happens and see how Shrek responds to it. Like, no, you're stupid. Like, you're stupid. That's what they want.
Yep. And then part of what you said, it's like, oh, now it's for kids again. Yeah. It's like the whole point of
like,
Shrek was for adults.
I get it. Anyone can watch Shrek, because I know if I ever have kids in my future life, they're gonna be trained on Shrek. Like they're gonna watch Shrek. That's gonna be their movies. So like I get it. Like kids nowadays, like honestly, I would rather have kids nowadays watch Shrek than watch whatever this new like just stupid animation movies they're coming out with. But like what we mean by that is it's like, you made something, like, it's almost like the fact, like, we're growing up with the Shrek movies, and it's like, we still love it. Like, I feel like a lot of people...
It's good writing. It's intellectually written, instead of a lot of the slop that comes out, which is another argument to break with these people that think, like, my brain is just fried. Because so many people are they just miss the point so easily, and it just makes me so mad.
But, like, also, the fact that... Honestly, I feel like with that Shrek 5 coming out, more adults, more people our age are more excited to see it than younger kids are, because they might not know what Shrek is. Maybe their parents aren't showing them what Shrek is, whatever it is.
But they're the ones that are gonna drag their parents to go see it, though.
Yes, they're the ones that are gonna go see it. It's the same thing. I know I'm going like off now, but that's the same thing with like the Minecraft movie. Like
God, don't even bring that up. That's a whole other conversation.
Listen, I get
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, but you can just tell when a lot of these actors are just desperate for jobs and desperate for money, because why the hell are they agreeing to do these movies?
Well, yeah, it's never the, I know you're not saying this, but yeah, it's never the actor's fault though. That's usually just
I
them.
understand.
They're just trying to get a job, and they're just trying to,
I know they're trying to make their fans happy, and I understand that.
Well, I wouldn't say. Well, yeah, but like for actors, it's like us. Like we're just looking for a job. Hey, we're going to work at wherever.
I know. But like, oh my God, why is Jason Momoa in the fucking Minecraft movie?
Yeah, well, it's probably because they had a good deal and he was the cheapest, right?
Yeah, but that's my point. Is it's like we're
and he has the most followers.
Like you would never see like a Denzel Washington in the Minecraft movie, because. Yeah. That's Denzel Washington. He actually does like good movies.
Or if we did, he would just be a like 10-second joke.
Yeah, yes,
just for like getting
it would
people
be just like
to go see it,
But then you have these other actors and actresses, like these little kids. I know that one girl, she was in Wednesday, wasn't she?
What the?
Remember the one girl that's in it?
Yeah. For some reason I was thinking of Shrek. Yeah, go ahead.
And I don't know who that boy is. I don't know who. And then I forgot that the other girl, the actress's name. I only know Jason Momoa and Jack Black. That's all I know. But because you don't see these people in anything else. Like at least I haven't. I know I've seen the other lady. I forgot her name, but I know I've seen her in something. But the two kids, like. I have never seen them in anything. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. It just seems so corny and so, like, cheap. Like, it just seems like a cop-out of a movie.
Like I was saying, like, because it's the same anime. Like, okay, so I know obviously the Minecraft movie is, like, a different animation, but it's, like, it's still the same formula that a lot of, like, modern-day animation movies are doing. And it's this way of, how can we do this the fastest and cheapest way possible, but maximize our profit? Because that's what the film industry is. It's filled with these suits that they do not give a shit about you or me. They only give a shit about, hey, how can we make the most money? Oh, this beloved franchise that people love. How can we use this towards our benefit? And that's why everything's being ruined. It's because of these dickbags that just like they just suck the fucking milk out of everything. It's just, or the blood.
No, and you know
That's a
what?
weird analogy, but
yeah.
you know what I mean.
No, but like, I wasn't a huge Minecraft player growing up.
Or symbolism, whatever.
But I did play the game. Like, I used to have it on my laptop. I had my own world. I used to actually like make my own outfits for my characters. Like, I've played it with my friends. Like, I've even just downloaded it on my phone to play. Like, I have played the game. I was just not like crazy into it as everyone else was. So like, I feel like I have a little bit of a say in it as to like, like but like I feel like anyone, even if you've played the game one time, you just can tell that whatever the hell they did, it's not Minecraft. It doesn't look like Minecraft. It's not boxy, and I get Minecraft is extremely like pixelated, like it's very unique in how it's made. So like I understand they can't replicate it 100% because like it would be hard to like, I don't know.
Well, they can. They absolutely can.
Well, they
because
can,
because
but
the VFX artists that we watched, they made a video. And there's also like fan films on YouTube that do it better than that.
Oh, for sure. I remember when
it's really not that hard, but like it's just they don't have us in mind. They don't listen to us. They don't give a shit. They just go with the formula.
It's so disrespectful, not only to the fans but to the game or the movie. It's like or the book or the movie itself. Like it's just so unbelievably disrespectful. And one movie I want to say that I feel like I know people hate on a lot, but it is Pixels. I know you haven't seen it in a while. I know you haven't seen it in a while, though.
Oh.
And I know people don't really care for that movie. In my opinion, I think it's just a comfort, like, fun movie to watch.
Yeah.
I can respect the writing's kind of bad.
Yeah, but
like
it's a
good fun movie.
It's like along the lines of like I mean, I think Benchwarmers is still better, but it's like one of
Well,
those
because
movies
it has
where
Adam
it's like
Sandler,
it's
Kevin
just
James.
it's just
like,
a chill, like fun
yeah,
movie. Yeah, it's stupid, but it's supposed to be kind of
but
stupid.
it's almost like in
you
a
know?
really shitty, like, but like badass way. Because like that's such
Yeah,
a like that's such a cool concept. Like
Yeah.
video games coming to life and like attacking your
Right,
world.
right.
But what I love about it is it's called pixels. They
Mhm.
pixelated the video games coming into their world. Like when you
Mhm.
look at it, it literally looks like you dove into the game to what it would look like, and that's what I love.
Yeah.
Like when they play like Centipede when it comes out of
Right.
the sky,
Yeah.
like it's possible. They can make
Right.
stuff look
Oh, yeah,
pixelated
yeah.
and boxy. And when they did the
Mhm.
whole like the Pac-Man, like that was probably my favorite like game, I guess, in the whole movie was the whole Pac-Man situation.
Yeah.
It looked so realistic. They didn't make it look cartoony or
Yeah.
not like the game. They made it look like the old video games.
Because
and I love it.
It was an original art style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I
Rarely get
just
that.
don't get it. Like they would make. Do they think that they're not gonna make money if they do it like how it should look?
I'm just gonna say the people that are in charge of like these suits, they're morons. They are absolute morons because if they actually did what we are saying, and it's not just catering to the fans because of catering to the fans. No, a lot of people, like you can just look it up on YouTube. All of these like fan films and short films that people are making that have zero budget.
Yeah.
They make better stuff
that's
than
true.
like these billion-dollar companies are making. Star Wars is the prime example of that. Disney Star Wars, but like
Yeah.
these
Don't even get into that.
if these companies, if these suits just sat back and they're like, "Hey, all the control, it's in your hands." They would be making bank and they wouldn't have to make another
Yeah.
project probably for the rest of their lives because that project would make them enough money for an entire well, they already have enough money, you know. But you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But they're so prideful and they're so moronic and just so like stubborn in their ways that they will not give up their stupid formulas in their minds or whatever they have to, you know, go off of in their,
Yeah.
you know, offices and
You know
stuff.
what?
And it's everywhere. It's the movie industry, the game industry, which by the way, we're going to be talking about video games on this channel now too. Before it was kind of just movies, but this is now more like movies, games,
TV shows.
TV shows, just any kind of media, you know. But yeah, I mean, I'm sick of shit being ruined.
I wanna
and-
add one more thing too to go along. Now I get Shrek is a whole animation. It's whatever. But like even just other things that have animation included in it. I know one of our favorite movies is Ready Player One.
Yeah.
And I think they play along with it extremely well. Like the animation in that is incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Like they are bringing in not only like Parzival, that's like an original looking character,
Yeah.
but they bring in like the Halo guys, they bring
Yep.
in Chucky, they bring in who else? The Iron Giant, and it looks like realistic
Yeah,
to
it's-
what it looked like in the originals.
It's accurate to the
It's
original.
accurate.
Yeah.
Or if it's not, it's just almost like they boosted the quality. They didn't change any features about it. They didn't like
Or if
make
they did
it look
it
kiddish.
didn't, or if they did it,
didn't look
wasn't like
kiddish.
super,
Yeah.
you know, like Shrek and Dookie.
That's what.
So-
Yeah, that's what I love about that too. Is like, oh my god, I can't even go into detail how much I love that movie. But
Yeah.
I'm just so.
Well, there's an original that was 7 years ago.
Dang, was it that long? Wasn't
Yeah.
it 2015
Yeah.
that it came out?
No, 2018. 2015. You out of your mind? It
Oh,
2018.
sorry.
I think it was 2018. It definitely wasn't 2015.
No, you're right. I
But
think
it was like 2018
There's
or
no
2017.
way it was right before COVID started.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up.
It wasn't like I don't think it was 2019. It was 2018
I wish I
because I
still
remember I
had it.
graduated.
Ready Player. Oh, it was 2018. Why
yeah.
did I say 2015? I didn't mean to say
You
that.
might no, you're good. This whole it feels like it's been 10 years.
Oh my god, dude! I just
So I
love
don't
Ready
blame you.
Player One so much. Oh my god. Okay, but anyways, oh, I can't even look at the Shrek thing. I can't even do it, or I'm
Yeah,
gonna get
it's just
sick.
free pre-workout, honestly.
They even did a great job with the Super Mario Brothers movie. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh, I
but
saw
feel
the
like
yeah.
the animation.
Yeah. What the hell?
yeah.
That's a perfect example to these assholes who are like,
Because-
oh, well, it's because the animation's gotten better. Look at that. Look at
Yeah.
Sonic. Sonic
I
is the
know.
same
They
thing. I'm sorry, I'm
listened-
probably like blowing
They
on my
listen to
mic
their
here.
fans on that.
But this shit, I'm gonna tell you right now, this shit gets me fuming, man.
Yeah, I know.
Because there's so many people
I
that are
literally
just, I just want
I
to
wish we
like
can just go in like
respectfully shake
in front of a room of all these like executives and all
Yeah.
these people who are making these calls
Yeah.
and just shit on them because
Yeah.
I feel like no one ever does that. I swear if I was ever in this industry where I was making movies, I was writing scripts, I was directing any of that, the first thing I
Yeah.
would resource to is the fans.
Yeah.
What do they want?
Yep.
What do they think looks good?
Yeah.
And I get people might say, "Oh, well that's steering away from the creator or the director having any original thought." No,
well,
it's
it depends.
not.
It depends on who. Like, there's obviously going to be some people that like they don't know what they're talking about. Like,
Yeah.
like someone's like, "Hey, I want Shrek to wear a toilet on his head, and be called,
Whatever.
something." But like,
even
but it's like,
I just-
yeah, obviously, like, you
no.
wouldn't do that. But
No, but-
but it's like, yeah, but like
even-
there are like the majority of fans. They know what they want and they know what looks good. They don't know
Yeah.
how to do it, right? That's where the movie companies come in, and it's
Yeah.
like that's where they come in.
And
They're like, hey, yeah, you know what? Let's do
I-
that.
God, how can they mess up my girl Fiona like that?
No, but I was saying like it's almost like it's just they're just so filled with pride, man.
Oh my God, it's just so stupid. Even Pinocchio, he doesn't even look like a puppet anymore.
No, he's like plastic, dude. He's
Yeah,
plastic,
he's
and
like
his face is
plastic.
and his face is like
They literally
more round.
They got rid of all
His-
of the wood detail that was originally on him.
His face is like more round and
but
stuff.
not even that. Why did they change the coloring of literally everything? Fiona's hair is not even the same color. Her lips aren't even as like pigmented. Donkey doesn't have the same color at all. Shrek definitely doesn't. They gave him like a diarrhea green when in the original he has more of a brighter green.
Or I'm sorry, not more round, but they made his like chin like like his head looks like a pear.
Yeah, it's
That's what I
it's
was
giving
trying to say.
it's giving squeaky SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly what it's giving.
Wait, what is? I'm looking at like another
But you know
photo,
what?
and
You know what,
this one
too?
here looks even worse.
You know what too though? They can do it because if you look at the trailer,
Yeah.
if you look at the photos he's looking in the mirror, look
Uh-huh.
at him. That's the original Shrek face and head.
Yeah.
So why would
Well, that's
they
just a Photoshop, but yeah, they can absolutely.
But you can't just put that in there and then change his complete look.
Well,
that doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
Like
yeah.
they should have
So,
they should have at least put what his head looks like now in there.
Yeah.
Why would they put the original look of Shrek if
Yeah.
that to me is not the Shrek that's right there.
Right.
So why would they do that?
No, exactly. I mean, and the thing too is like everything that we're talking
Makes me
about is
so
just
mad.
it's so like it's just obvious and it's just so common sensual. But the reason why we have to talk about it is because there are a bunch of people that are respectfully kind of. There's a lot of words I want to say, but there's some people that are just respectfully. I'm trying to hold back, but they're just dumb, and it's like we have to like say these things
infuriating.
because, it's like saying like it's like trying to explain why like shit stinks,
Yeah.
to people that say it doesn't, and that's the world we live in today, unfortunately.
Well, it also
But,
too, I know I'm going back to the actors, but like Cameron Diaz, Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, all the characters who voiced them, or the actors who voiced them, like I feel like those are like their children, like especially for being with them for so long. Because Cameron Diaz voices Fiona, like. I feel like being with them for that long since the beginning, doing every movie, and then you come onto this and you see what it looks like. Like, I'm sorry, but there's no way I would be like, oh yeah, let's do it. No, I'd be like, you better change the animation or I'm not working on this movie. And I wonder what their real opinions are, because obviously there's probably going to be interviews, there's going to be all this stupid stuff when it comes out, and they're going to say, oh yeah, I really like the new
Yeah.
look. No, you don't. Like, I
Yeah.
know you're just lying because you're in the movie and you can't say anything bad
Right.
about it because you have contracts signed and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And that's so infuriating. Like, I just,
Yeah.
oh my
Well,
God.
there it is with like the business and selling your soul. Like that. That's the whole like thing I was.
And I know
trying to say
sometimes it's
earlier.
not their fault. I get it.
Or yeah, not to. I don't
wanna
want
shit
to.
on
I'm not
the
trying to. No,
actors.
it's not the actors. And right, that's not what I'm saying with like, oh, the
But-
actors are selling their souls. I don't want to say that. It's just like, it's the whole corporation
It's the whole
side of it
idea
where it's
of
like
it.
this level of control
Yeah,
and
I
level
don't-
of
And the fact, like, I'm
and
sorry.
you know, but yeah, this level of like just control from the business side, and it's like all these
But-
contracts and all these different things, which like some of them are obvious, you know, like it's. I hate having to like clarify what I'm saying, because it's like people like nowadays will take one little like emotion out of like your word that you say, and they'll just spin it.
They switch
So it's like
it.
that's why it's like I'm always clarifying myself, and I'm always doubting
Yeah.
myself and things like that. It's just like
We have to be so careful with
you have to be
the
so
stuff you
careful, but
say.
it's like everyone should know this, because it's just common sensual, dude.
Not only that, but the fact that they are bringing Zendaya. like,
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like love Zendaya, but
I
it's
love
like
my
just
girl
stop,
Zendaya.
just stop. Like
I've been with her since
God,
Disney
man.
Channel, but like I swear to God, are we only able to find like the same actors and actresses nowadays?
It's, like Maya
Austin-
Hawk said, like
Yes,
it's
Maya
just
Hawk.
the followers. Like the more
They-
followers you have,
Ugh.
and the better deal they can get you. It's not about, oh hey, what character fits the role. You know, it's about
Who's gonna make the movie look better?
who's gonna bring in the more followings, which is okay if the character
Yeah.
fits. But it's like,
Exactly.
but if you're just casting,
Like it's,
you know,
it's
just out
so
of
stupid.
you know what they're doing,
Like
it's
there's
like,
nothing
you know,
there's nothing wrong with Zendaya, but like I swear she's the only actress getting booked nowadays. What
Yeah.
happened to finding a like original like up and coming actors or voice actors? Like why
Yeah.
are we not doing that? Or why are we not getting I don't know. Just like was Zendaya the only one available?
right.
Because apparently I thought she was booked for every damn movie.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and honestly, it
Ugh.
wouldn't bother me as much, even if it still was like they just, you know, picked Zendaya, if everything else was better, if the animation was
Yeah.
better, if it seemed like the company was on the right track, but everything else screams this is a cash grab.
Yeah, that's what yeah.
It's just a disrespectful piece of shit cash grab.
God, I'm just
That's gonna leave another stain on a beloved franchise,
I'm so
you know,
infuriated.
that just is down the well with the other ones.
Like I really am just I'm just ready to see this movie fail. And I really hope they pull a Sonic and they change. I know Sonic was just pretty much his look.
It was, but that's the thing is like it was just a character model.
I know exactly. That's my point. Is like this isn't just a character model. This is like everything. Like
Yeah.
even the furniture looks different. You know, like well, yeah, it pretty much does. Everything looks different. The magic mirror looks different.
Yeah.
Like it's. So I highly doubt it's gonna happen, but like I can picture what it looks like with it being how it normally looks, and it already is drawing my attention even more because I'm like, okay, this is the same character. This is the original Shrek. This is the original Donkey, Fiona, all that. Because everyone was commenting because they changed Puss in Boots' look in his movies. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, but that I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's okay because, number one, that doesn't look as bad as this.
Yeah, that doesn't
And
look as bad as
and number
that.
two,
I
they
haven't
can
watched
do
the Puss in
that.
Boots movies,
They
though.
can do that because, are those movies canon? I don't remember.
I've never seen them, so I think they're canon, but I don't know.
That's fine
So I don't
because
wanna
that's
talk shit
kind of
about it.
like that's kind of like an Elseworlds thing, and like Puss still resembles, for the most part, Puss.
I think
and they
he
can do their
still-
own
yeah.
thing. But if you have the whole cast looking different, this is not Shrek. This is a whole other movie.
Yeah, because I don't think that Puss would fit in the Shrek 5. Like the looks of them,
Right,
it doesn't
right.
match up.
Yeah, and to be fair, I can't really speak much about it because I haven't.
Yeah, I don't want to
seen
speak too much about it, but I've just have
but I've
seen
seen-
the comparison of people saying, "Oh, they copied Puss in Boots or something."
I'm gonna look it up actually.
Yeah. He's so cute. I just
Puss in
love
Boots
him.
2?
Yeah, this is what he looks like in his movies.
No, that's fine. I mean, like I still prefer like
Oh, speaking of, look who came down
I still
here.
prefer
Bro,
like
she-
the other way, but like this
She heard us talking about Puss in Boots, her crush, so she came down here.
this is okay because like this is setting up a bunch of like new original characters. But like when you take other characters that were already original, you can't just change the DNA of like characters like that and expect to call it the same,
Like,
them being the same.
He looks so
characters, if that
realistic
makes
as a
sense.
cat in
Yeah.
the Shrek movies.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't seen the Puss in Boots movies, so I don't want to comment on that. But I heard they're really good, though. So I might have to give them a chance.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see what people are saying now. I'm looking at some pictures. I do remember some of this. Yeah. So Yeah, I mean, my point still stands. Like, it's like an Elseworlds thing, and that's fine. If they wanted to do one with like an individual one with like Donkey, that's fine. Again, though, if you're doing Shrek 5, you need to have them look the same as they used to,
And it's a continuation from
or not just look, but like, you know, the same
act
character.
the same.
But yeah, you were saying the
I really
continuation.
hope they have the same personality and shit. God, if they
Well,
switch that.
they're already not going to, like, because their looks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
and their
like,
expressions.
they're not. Yeah, expressions are the details in like your expressions as a human being, and like in animation. Like what I was going to say was like, you know, animators obviously study like human expressions,
Yeah.
right? That's how they get the animations. You know, detail like that. But you change some details in a person's or a like animation's expressions, like it changes the entire character. I'm trying to think of an example. I would use Shrek as an example, but well, we already have a bad example of that.
Oh no. Do you know
What
who
is
that
that?
is?
Who's that? I said enough. Who's that?
Who's an actress that is known to have one of the worst line deliveries in any movie? Give me the stone.
Oh, are you talking about
Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
Look, what is this?
Who is she supposed to be?
That she's the evil queen in the new Snow White movie.
Oh. Oh. I still don't blame her. I mean, I know, like, yeah, she's, like, had a lot of bad lines, but, like, I still don't blame her. I still blame the directors and
I don't know.
the editors and all that fully.
I don't know, dude. I am just...
Because they're the ones that have to say, hey, this was a bad take. I don't care if it takes us 100 times.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
going to do it right.
That's true.
You know?
Oh my god,
But
dude,
it's just lazy, dude. They're like, oh, well, this'll do. You know? It's... Oh, my God, man. Fucking irritates the shit out of me. But like I was saying with the Puss in Boots thing, yeah, so this is interesting. I think when they do like an Elseworlds thing, I think it's cool, it's interesting. That's fine, it won't bother me. But when you're having it be a whole sequel for an already originally made set of characters and personalities, and you change that, you can't expect people to feel okay about it, and you can't expect it to have the same soul and the same heart within those characters as they used to, because changing an expression or changing facial expressions and changing I'm trying to think of like the right words to say also without sounding like a nerd, but like just changing your facial features and just any of your features like that in an animation, it can change you into a whole other
it can make or break
character.
The movie or character.
Yeah, so that's what people need to realize, and that's why people are so outraged. If you...
Oh my god, it's just like, it hurts my heart. I can't.
I mean, if you still don't understand what I'm saying, I'm sorry, but you just have to... have to watch more movies.
Just, what have we
I don't know how
to,
else to help you.
What have we come
or
to?
Or look at like some character studies of like expressions and how important the littlest, you know, eyebrow twitch can do to a character, and how they're feeling or what they're trying to give off in that scene.
We have just failed as a society when it comes to movies. Like, I honestly don't even know what's new that's coming out that I'm like truly excited for.
Yeah, no, there's
there's
nothing.
I can't even name one movie that I'm excited to see.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I can't even name one.
And if this was like 10 years ago, there would be so much I'd be excited for. I'd be excited for Superman. I'd be excited for Fantastic Four.
Oh, I forgot Superman's coming.
I would be excited for... You know what the thing is the only thing that I've ever had like hope in with these past 2 years is the Batman, because everything else has just been like absolute dog shit.
And of course that's taking so long
and has
to
been
come
ruined. But with the Batman, even I don't have high hopes, because everything else that I love has just been ruined. Yeah. And it's not just it's just ruined for me. No, it's an objective issue that's going on within these directors and these film companies and industry.
Oh my god.
And industries that are just, it's just...
Well, did you see that
It's not good.
the Star Wars movie coming out with
Oh God.
Ryan Gosling, whatever the hell it's
They've
about,
been dude,
it's supposed to be
I
like
swear,
6 years after Rise of Skywalker.
I
or
swear
something.
they
like,
announce
why is Ryan Gosling? Oh my god.
they announce and cancel a Star Wars movie like every
Why
month.
is
So
Ryan Gosling
I don't
in a
even trust that coming out to even be a fact.
Ryan Gosling would have been the last actor on Earth that I would have guessed to be in a Star Wars
It's
movie.
because he has a lot of followers and because he's not like in drama. That's probably why. I used to love
God, I
Ryan
can't
Gosling,
even
but now
imagine him.
I'm like tired of seeing him and stuff because it's like
I can't imagine him being in a movie, in a Star
he's
Wars movie.
just, like,
being a
kind of-
Jedi. Imagine Ryan
Yeah.
Gosling being a Jedi.
Well, okay, that's why with Blade Runner
can't.
2049, that's what I like. That's when I like kind of fell in love with him as an actor. That and Drive, even though like he's like monotone in those movies, but like that's what I liked about him because he actually was like he was one of those actors that you could pick in seeing a Jedi who would show that raw emotion. But now after seeing
Okay.
him in like in the things that he's been in, and even like what he said, I think he's even said like he doesn't want to play a serious role again, which I don't know if it's true or not, but like I just feel like until I see him in a serious role again, I just don't have my hopes high.
Yeah.
But who knows? I mean,
Well,
he could play the best Jedi ever, but I just don't care because Disney ruined Star Wars for me a long time ago, so I don't give a shit.
Here's the thing too, is everything's just so repetitive of the same stuff, whether it's the same like casting of people. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Timothée Chalamet. I love that man. I want to marry that man. But I'm tired of like seeing new movies coming out and it's like, oh, Timothée Chalamet starring as the whatever,
Yeah.
the main protagonist or whatever it is, or
That's how I feel,
Austin
too.
Butler starring as the main protagonist, or Zendaya as whatever it is. I'm trying to think of all these like actors and actresses that are like repetitive and everything. Jacob Elordi, like I'm so tired
Yeah.
of seeing these people. Why are we not focusing on like so many other amazing actors and actresses
Yeah.
out in this world? Like, it's so infuriating. Like, I'm trying to just like think of some. It hurts my soul. Like even I don't know, dude.
And again,
I
to like
want-
defend you, it's of course I know what you're saying, but there's gonna be people that are like, oh, it's always been like that. Yeah, but not like it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get out of your like bubble. What is that? What is that a reference from?
Get out of your bubble. Get your head out of a bubble.
No. Isn't there like a movie where they say like, oh no, it's that you ever see like that that Wizard of Oz?
Oh, yeah.
Like them yelling
She
at
came
Wizard.
down in a
Yeah, she
magic.
came
Yeah,
down-
that's one of my
She
favorite
came
vines
down
of
in
all
a
time.
bubble dog or whatever.
Yeah. That's one of the best
that's,
videos ever
that's what I
existed.
was thinking of. No, but it's like get out of your fucking head.
Yeah.
Like think outside the box for once. Try to see what people are saying.
Mm.
Put yourself in other people's shoes, and then you'll like understand people
Yeah.
more. You know.
Well,
but
and-
everyone just like they just hear one thing and they just react.
You
and
know
they're
what?
like,
And here's
it's just like everything
you know what?
else. Like shut
Here's
up.
the thing too. I haven't seen Wicked yet. I want to see it really bad. I think it comes on Peacock or Max soon.
Mhm.
But Ariana Grande is Elphaba, and or sorry, not Elphaba. Ariana Grande plays Glinda, and Cynthia Erivo plays Elphaba. I haven't really seen anything that Cynthia Erivo is in, but like, they're not overpopulated actors and actresses. Like it's so like I haven't seen it, but it's so refreshing hearing like actresses like that be in more amazing movies. Like Ariana
Yeah.
Grande, she doesn't act, but
Mhm.
she loved that role so much.
Yeah.
She auditioned. She beat a bunch of other people who were wanting that role,
Mhm.
and she got it. That was her dream, like one of her dream roles to ever have.
Yeah.
And it's so refreshing seeing that. And like, I don't know the whole process. I know Cynthia Erivo audition. I saw a bit of her like singing clip. Like it's just so refreshing seeing these like I wouldn't say they're not new, but like
Yeah.
ones you don't see as much in movies nowadays. Instead of people calling like, "Oh, hey, can we get Austin Butler for this role?" Like what happened to like auditioning and trying to
Yeah.
get new faces out in the
Yeah,
industry?
yeah.
They just stick with what's going to make them money. But yeah, I think we went into a bunch of different things, but the moral of the story is that movies are shit nowadays.
Yep.
And people are ruining it. These companies are ruining it.
And I think the more we talk about it, the more we finally get other people to know that they're not alone in thinking this and that this is a reality. Of course, it's not all we're thinking about, right? There's obviously some good stuff, you know, but just the majority of it is not in a good spot. And that's why we just have this, like, you know, this bad taste in our mouth because everything has been just
oh my god, I'm just
not
so
great
annoyed.
lately.
Also, like this Shrek is DreamWorks. The animation does not give DreamWorks to me.
No, it doesn't.
It gives
Yeah,
Disney, doesn't
does.
it?
It gives like Pixar.
It gives
or,
Pixar.
yeah.
Not even Pixar.
Yeah.
It's I don't even know what it's giving. It's giving Disney. It's giving PBS Kids. It's giving
Yeah.
Disney Junior. It's not. It's giving Mickey Mouse Clubhouse on Disney Junior. That's what it's giving. It's not
Yeah, you're
even
right.
giving
You're right.
anything. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna get even more mad. I don't know. We went on a whole rant, but yeah.
No, that's
So-
okay. But yeah, no, we just wanted to like make a quick episode or a quick you know, just a little session. But
Because I know what we probably want to talk about either more movies coming out, Superman, or video games, or I know we've been watching Dexter, talking about that, or
Yeah.
whatever it is. I know we still have a lot left in the chamber we want to talk about.
oh, well, yeah, we're not even starting.
I know, but
Like,
I'm
this
just
is
saying,
the
like,
beginning, yeah.
depends what we want to talk about next. If we want to talk about stuff that you and I can just talk about, then we do an episode. If not,
Yeah.
we invite whoever.
Yeah, but hopefully, you know, I'm gonna try to get these to be better edited, more fun to watch, and eventually get some cameras into place because the phones were just not it. So before we were recording on our phones, and it was just too much, and the quality was, you know, pretty shite. So until we get some actually good cameras, it'll just be audio for a while. But yeah, until then, yeah, we'll see you guys next time.